Hey everyone, this is Shag, and welcome back to more Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. Today we are not fighting Great Jaggy again. We are fighting Qurupeco. Qurupaderp. Let's just call him Quirpy. This cutscene almost demonstrates part of the fight, because he immediately leaves in it. The most dangerous part of Qurupeco, or Quirpy, is probably everything but him. I mean that in the sort of way that he is surrounded by distractions and summons them, not that he's not dangerous himself. But his main thing is summoning other monsters. Even to the point where some instances of Quirpy can summon, like, Devil Joe, Rathian, Pink Rathian, other various horrible things. It's not a pretty sight sometimes. And of course, if he just wants to be annoying, he can summon those Rhinopolis over there, or just, like, cats to steal your stuff. I'm not sure if he signaled it as well before, but when he clicks his flints together like that, he attacks the same number of times that he clicks. And here you see him summoning Great Jaggy again, who is only one screen away, so Quirpy's cell reception is pretty good, I guess. And there is Great Jaggy. This is what I mean by Quirpy's friends being the dangerous part. You've got these Rhinopolis, which just exist to charge at you and knock you out of the way of things. And then you've got Great Jaggy, who just exists to be like, "Hey guys, what's going on in this area? I'm a threat, right?" Apparently I am now on fire. Great Jaggy armor is weak to fire, like most other armor at the beginning of the game. So that's not the best. Also, Quirpy can be knocked out of any of his calls, or summons, or whatever. Also his dances, if he does that in this fight. I mean, yes, it does look kind of like he's dancing when he just spins in place, but... And mostly right now he's just derping, I guess. But yeah, the screen is quickly filling with other things. Quirpy's subspecies, the Crimson Qurupeco, is actually, I would say, quite a bit more dangerous than this. Also, he looks like a box of Fruit Loops as far as color goes. He has, like, electricity and flash bombs that he makes himself out of his flints. But yeah, that was him trying to do a dance and buff sort of thing. But we knocked him out of that, and he got quite upset. The hunting horn works pretty well against him, because it's not too hard to hit his head, or stun him, or apparently exhaust him, or weaken him, or everything else we were doing. And he doesn't spaz out all over the place enough to make the hunting horn's slowness an issue. I'll go ahead and say that I've gone quite a bit further than this, mostly through exploits in online mode with Kit and Dawn. And at certain points in the game, I realized that I am no good with the hunting horn's slowness on certain monsters. Gobel is the first one where it becomes an issue because he's so fat and hard to dodge when you go at the speed of slow. So eventually I betray the hunting horn and start maining the switch axe, but that is for another time. Like, later today for me, and later next week for you. I have to wonder if I should be recording stuff with level-appropriate equipment, or just being like, hey, I found this, like, Rarity 5 Switch Axe that looks like a cat and sounds like a cat online. I hope you enjoy it. Great, baggy, low rank. Poor guy. He won't see that coming. Anyway, let's see. Burpee is still derpy. Not much to report on in that regard. Though he does occasionally go into the hot zones of Sandy Plains, so cool drinks are worth mentioning. There are those annoying cats. Raw meat was stolen. Thankfully, they are not too difficult to dispose of if they're anywhere near you. And Great Jaggy's back once again. I don't think Great Jaggy goes to half of these areas naturally. I mean, he can be in the Sandy Plains just fine, but I don't think he cares to go into, like, 7 very often. Some hunting horns that you can get later have, sound waves they can make with 3 yellow notes, which work the same as sonic bombs, and Qurupeco here gets interrupted by those if he is doing a song or dance routine. It makes him very confused. Amusingly enough, the Crimson Quirpy can summon Pink Rathian, and when we were fighting him the other day, as soon as he summoned Pink Rathian, he started trying to do some sort of song or dance, and Rathian's roar stunned him out of it. So he was just very confused for about 10 seconds as we pummeled him and/or ran in fear from his friend. Half the time, Qurupeco's summons don't seem to like him particularly much. There goes his beak, which you need to break to make the strange, or to not make, but to find the strange beak item, which you need to make a lot of things. You can break his beak, his flints. I think that's mostly it. And now he's knocked over. So we have more free shots on his face. And now he's stunned, so we have more free shots on his face. Hunting Horn sure does have its benefits on some monsters, that's for certain. It looks like I have a habit of wasting stunned periods by doing songs. But I probably should just be alternating X and A to swing back and forth and deal out as much punishment as I can. I guess Qurupeco is the first monster that really takes off into the air and then can be somewhat difficult to track. Great Jaggy, go away, nobody wants you here. Nobody loves you, Great Jaggy. Qurupeco here is still hungry. And regular Jaggies are, for some reason, trying to hit him. And now he's immediately calling Great Jaggy again. Imagine if you were Great Jaggy, and you were getting, like, spam mail from Qurupeco. How would you feel? Probably angry, because that's Great Jaggy's one of Great Jaggy's few emotional states. The other one is, hey guys, what's going on? I know, Quirpy will limp and then explode upward into the air. They stole my iron pickaxe, but apparently I don't care. In fact, I'm ditching my remaining iron pickaxe. I mean, I guess they're not expensive or anything, but paw print stabs are interesting rare items that can be used to make switch axes that look and sound like cats, as well as other things, but who cares about other things? Apparently, I just feel like beating up Great Jaggy now. You get bonus rewards for the quest if you beat up other monsters during it. So, if you decide to take the time out of your time to beat up all of Qurupeco's friends, then you get extra stuff. And Great Jaggy is already limping, to give you an idea of how weak he is. Anyway, to Area 7, where Quirpy will go when he is wounded. Ah, look, he's asleep. When monsters are asleep, you can smash them for extra damage. Or if you have barrel bombs, you can load up a bunch of barrel bombs on top of their head and then explode them for extra damage. But it's always very nice when you manage to finish something off just by waking it up. Well, in this case, there were a few extra hits after that, but hey. Close enough. It's also very not nice when your inventory is full and you have to manage it while trying to carve things. And now where am I going as I wait for the mission to end? Where are you going, Shag? Looking for Great Jaggy to finish him off, I think. Unfortunately, I do not have time for that. I expected him to be in Area 5, because that's where he goes when he's wounded, but apparently not, just a bunch of Jagia. Qurupeco rewards. You get scales, feathers, vivid feathers, strange beaks, flintstones, etc., depending on what you break. Naturally, you need everything. So this has been Shag, and that was Quirpy, and he's pretty much great.